Other land is also
there was about Ghana man today. I watch this space because this is the place to be. From Maxim to Zabzugo, Hefa, Ghana man, and when Adom FM, you're 12, Asempa FM, all talk all day, Adom TV, you wazoye, Ghana, you wazoye.
Well, trucks, papa, oh yeah, contractor, oh yeah, mining company, oh yeah, estate developer, Shackman Trucks, Dam Motors, and Shackman Trucks, papa, almost from a 1 whole year warranty on their trucks. But after sales servicing, it's furniture, Dam Motors, and can have tema motorway no so one more ebe axle weighing bridge no Samsung Kumasi Sunyani and Takrade so Tamale omo Krabata ewo ho when Dam Motors entwetwen enkomo na wonso onsentuminka Shackman Trucks papa Shackman tipper trucks, Shackman fuel tankers, Shackman semi trailers, Shackman truck heads papa omo numbers no eni 055 4466478 and at 050-864-9825. Dam Motors, quality assured.
See on the set of March, you better I'll see a queen Yamia.
Celestial praise.
I will see a queen Yamia. Radius, yeah, they want you. Set March, every day. I was your set March 4 p.m. Pepe Victory Bible Church. Ye Jeremudin Dending and no white now handkerchief for no. Ye himsa way
Bible Church no kaya chim. Dominion Sanctuary. Dominion
Sanctuary.
Kesiano walk by Adom.
Exactly. And there was ye Jerem Ewo Yane Celestina Donko. We a Celestial Praise 10 ye de bro memshe baby me pacho Dominion Sanctuary ho and ye de Celestial Praise 10 bro exactly 4 p.m. on the 6th of March me pacho tickets in a regular 60 Ghana cedis, double 100 Ghana cedis, VIP so 100 Ghana cedis me pacho tickets no pay bia star 447 star 1762 hash me bacho tie mame star 447 star 1762 hash but your sponsors L Time Properties, Duno Restaurant, ATL Fabrics, Tank Palace Hotel, Shaze Studios, Anna Kmart Fabrics, Cheesy Pizza, Esokamo, powered by Adom FM, Adom TV.
Kwasi yenu anwa tenase a big boy in fact in the industry. Yeah, off air, yeah, chicken common one and who say, oh, Oko Haru. Yeah. Kwasi Musumi ko Jacobs. When I'm so BC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try a final exam. Yeah, first batch.
Oh, okay.
1996. Yeah, you throw a Fadama school. On also a Fadama boy.
1996.
Or also a Abeka boy.
That's right.
Or a Tessano boy. La Paz, Nyameche, Apenkwa. Sa area honina Ubo said, yeah. Entertainment industry. Yeah. I mean, he's paid his solid. Last year September, around 30th September, or stepping down as the CEO and managing director of 3 Music.
Exactly.
And I don't want to go too much into Ajuma Awabo and his contribution. Baba Sadiq Abdullahi Abu.
That's right.
Is our guest.
That's right.
What can I say?
Yeah. And I know pen I didn't know here guest.
Because our contesting
yeah, but country news and
Debbie also DMP. I was on DMP of Okaikoi Central.
Oh, okay.
And what was your areas now boy no Fadama Abeka Tessano La Paz Nyameche Apenkwa Wahusa areas holding na Anambo Baba. Akwa Okay, and Baba Sadiq at Transi. Yeah. This morning, young entertainment be brave. Opese Okomra Shebujefie. Right. Constituency no choose so a wedding.
Okaikoi Central.
Primaries no crown and son will be facing off with the possible candidate. And the only question is
Baba Yeden Kenyan himself 3 news, but what's switching now? Politics. A little background. Baba Sadiq why?
Baba Sadiq Abrantia Yawon Fadama. Our Sansini or Fadama. Seniana
CJ
can say that CJ can make a barrister. CJ so then CJ Kado because school Haru Abeka from even preschool in a garden come through with basic school in Akori JSS and they call Ghana National College or Cape Coast. And from Honomono Suna, Mishi Jumasi.
Okay.
Jumasi no mission communications into my Juma mainly in the media and entertainment industry. No, maybe me Juma multimedia. My share send me share or department BSC in your friend innovations department. I think Mini Rudy was the only first and only last staff of the innovations department. And I later on me bar joy programs called hits programs. Inti maybe free no na me hits programs na maybe Juma Metro TV. Essence could the programs manager and executive producer of Asat One. Such channel no. I was in charge of channel ni on air programming. If you on the monosuna, me share me entrepreneurial part.
Okay.
And I'm starting to me creating me products. If you are on 3 music, as I say about the 3 music TV. 3 music TV in a group, 3 media networks, also has other affiliate channels, including Plus FM. And as I say, me create Waterland and the Waterland Foundation. The Waterland Foundation, it was Space BFN, ESG, Environmental, Social and Governance.
Okay.
In doing the last one, I think just 2 days ago, Ghana Meteorological. Almost the information we to just say the change in the weather conditions, and Hamatan. But it was also due to very extreme weather changes. When in as a result of climate change. Now no say buying respiratory problems, lung problems. So climate change is a big issue. And issues related to environment a big issue. It may affect a critical climate change into ESG Wildland Foundation. Creating awareness and advocacy around climate change issues and environmental issues. Any governance issues in and related around it. A very example of a governance issue, for instance, is the execution of the land reclamation bond, for instance, EPS, which means that all the mining companies, prerequisite to Obenya lands no more operating, is to post a bond to ensure say assassin the Obeshiano you bring it back to the same level. Because the environmental issues has a correlation to weather changes here to create issues. So that's what the Waterland Foundation is saying. And me background in communications, worked in media and entertainment industry. Now I do a lot of sustainability and environmental. That's kind of the conversation. Politically, me a member of the NDC, Okaikoi Central from 2014. In fact, Okaikoi Central, me share my battle 2004. And I've always been voting there, and I don't have anywhere I'm a friend of than Okaikoi Central. Also politically, in the last 2020 election, I was a member of the manifesto team that helped to write the manifesto, and then I also became the spokesperson for the tourism, art and culture subcommittee of the manifesto.
You mean the People's Manifesto?
The People's Manifesto, sir.
NDC
People's Manifesto. And on the basis of that, in Bremine, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we went to almost 10 regions.
I see.
I was on the campaign trail in the Western North, Western region, and Bono East, Ashanti, Central, even Greater Accra, and all in working with him, working with the party, he gave me some considerable political experience.
But for Obia or Onimu, just within the entertainment circles, now and the Yeka politics, with all these things you are talking to us about, how did you manage to combine entertainment, any politics, my man kind of say swerving everybody. Because Obia himself
me how I did it. Very interesting, Misha Joseph Akabli and some of the Hit FM stuff. And say, hey, yes, it's interesting. I used to come here every time for entertainment. You say, I'm for political shows.
Honorable in the making.
But I don't know. But I think that also because I Nyamani Bebre in the background. So I mean, from manifesto Jumano is always in the background. You do it. It's the work you do for the party. A number of the Jumana my Yama party is always in the background. And say I can't show or I don't tell you. It's not too apparent. And until now, where I also speak for the party as well. I was not too in the front. Now I'm back room and I Juma about party, in both my constituency and also at the national level. So I've been around in the politics, for some time and not meaning more learning from some of my mentors, some of the old men Uncle Ato, Church Street Group, and even some of my colleagues, other young politicians, also mentored me. Samuel Kujeto, Felix Ofosukwache, Jensen Mboateng, Suhini, and that reminds me, Suhini who said, "As Panis, we ask."
But honestly, he was the president, that was the vice. Teaching SRC.
So I mean, a number of other young people now interacting into all of these associations, any relations in Emame, Sa. Considerable political experience in me here as a young person in the party. Yes, as a young person. Now, I've been doing it, but it was always been in the background one way or the other. To say, for instance, I'm converting or when they vetted ministers for tourism, art and culture, we sat with some members of my party within the vetting committee and give them the issues, get them to appreciate some of the issues and questions that they would ask, So, and then also, in the last year, and I was also a co-convener of the Arise Ghana. Until I was part of it, Arise Ghana, the demonstrations, the activism, and all of that, But I don't know how I did it. It's lenses. It's lenses, man. So everybody felt everybody thinks everybody sees me from Ijuma year in the media and entertainment industry. But there wasn't enough spotlight our politics, until now.
Okay.
So sometimes people could be mistaken. When I start to go deep into politics, political strategy, when I start to go into governance issues or a few other current issues, they look back and like, how?
This guy. But Sadiq, there were a lot of political parties. So why the NDC? And then motivate you to join the NDC?
Oh, NDC, they are NDC, they are strong NDC person. She became a regional executive at a point in time, two-time. And Father Mahonumuna, na me in the midday me fiechi. Na more for be a friend Alaji. He may so rest in peace. Alaji Garba Mo. Na Father Mahonumuno. Now he was a coordinator, my NDC. It's at a very early age, This is before 96 or Alaji Gabamu 95. So this I'm talking 92 or even before the independent, even before the political party activism started by 91, 92, 93, 94. Na nifi Alaji Gabamu no. Honmuna na ye mamenum no mushia until we mamia. So association orientation, from home. I've always been NDC. Maybe cool university pono student politics. I've always affiliated with the NDC ideology of it, and so I think that by socialization and also growing, began to see party ewo akumapa any good intentions for the country, and I've always sought to deliver a stronger, a bigger or quality value to Ghanaians, NDC. So I got stuck believing in it, and I think the NDC is a party that allows Imebuno to really take the reins and bring their quality to bear in political decision making. And so nowhere to go than the NDC. NDC is a party I love. NDC is a party that I have at heart. NDC is a party I want me too. Me be executive. Me who me no me sisters no more. Almost activism I say of Adama. Alaji Garba more fear more. So I mean there can never be any other party.
But what be because we Simon term the straight. You want to be MP? Now so start if you constituency level. Constituency organizer second. Now why the rush? Why you want to be MP?
Oh, Mijidi say Ebino Beka say social say because they feel say you build experience. But here's the case, I even gain because of my background and the experience. You can be built from different sides. You can build experience, from private sector. Now they are about politics. You can build experience even from the political ground, or you can build experience from the mentorship. You can build experience. I don't think of all the candidates that are contesting. There's one person that I've had access to. More relevant and important political decision makers than I've had. collectively, Obiti Zankla, to Professor Kwame Ahoy, and all of them, collectively, their years of experience is more than 100, boom together, more than 100 years of experience. And if these are the people that would mentor and direct you and guide you, and if these are the people, you get the opportunity to work even at the highest level, right from constituency, work as a spokesperson for a national campaign, as a 2020 campaign. I doubt that's the kind of experiences that I'm sure say amount for a per se. Maybe you go through the system and grow, you get it. Here's a case, unconventional, I got it from my private sector, working in different organizations, gaining considerable work experience, professional reputation, building it. Now, so tap into the experiences of elders of the party and also working at the highest level, even as a young man. I'm sure that these are experiences are boom together. And even currently, right now, there are subcommittees of Yashe Yejumasi because, like I told you, NDC is a party. We have good intentions. Until even 2 years before the time, Yashe Yejumasi in the manifesto committee, and I'm still a member of two of the different committees. I'm sure say experiences, knowledge and understanding of governance, political decision making, and how we can bring relief to the people, and they may cross our table.
Okay, but Obeka said your relationship with the former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and so it may add up to some experiences.
Yes, exactly. And it's also because I worked close to him and particularly for the Tourism, Art and Culture part. We really did a very good work. The People Manifesto till now, I'm sure even if you speak to a lot of governance experts, if you speak to a lot of the INGOs, so my culture will say, a demonstration. It is the most well thought through manifesto a political party in Ghana has brought up in the last 10 years. Well thought through plans, route to map on in terms of it's one for the first time. One on the first breaking it down. Where plans were per se. This is how we are looking to get it. This is where we are looking to get the funding. This is how we are looking to do this. Look how we are looking to do this. It gives you, when people say the alternatives, they laugh at them. If you go back to the People's Manifesto, that's full of alternatives. The alternative ideas in how we can turn around our economy and how you can turn around the country, and it's there. This is aside my leader and our presumptive presidential candidate. All the policy alternatives or the autonomy, all the 3 different lectures or the AMA. So all these things, it also working with him closely, seeing how he does his things, have given me some edge, some experience, and some insight in political decision making. And I think that, somebody like me who has got considerable private experience in building his business and creating employment for Emebunu, and also getting experience at the top level, coming from a constituency as Okaikoi Central Fadamano. I think all of this combination combines to give me a very strong edge as somebody. I do not only understand the issues of my people, but also have strong ideas and have a route to execution in terms of how I can ensure that my people are better off.
Okay, into Busiawa joining Baba Sadiq, episode contested for Okaikoi Central Parliamentary for the NDC. But Baba, what pick a form?
What pick a form?
Until be file it. I'm sure, sir. I pick a form alongside you.
Sir.
Right. About how many people?
In the Osha activism now, I think it's about 5 or 6 of us. Osha activism now, apart from myself, there are 5 other people on the basis of the activism. No.
And then out of that, one will emerge.
Exactly.
On the ticket of NDC or Okaikoi Central. And you believe, say,
of course, the things that puts me in a good stead to be able to win. And generally, every time we share delegates in the party for, I'm able to try to give them that information. Okaikoi Central, a peri-urban constituency. There are 61,000 people on the voters register. So 61,000 people, no. We 1,233 delegates,
61,000, that is the 2020 election.
Yes, on the basis of the 2020 elections currently. Now, there are 1,233 delegates.
Okay.
1,033, there are 2 different levels of political decision making in Okaikoi Central. Parties, the 2 biggest parties, any other party, internal publics, delegates, we be take a decision. Now, you take a decision, we are, sad decision, would have to be validated by these over 50,000 people in the constituency. And now almost check it trend from 96 ABC. So 50,000 people, you will trend be I want to share. Edit to me a voting more be candidate be than MP. And I've got all the qualities. I've got the professional reputation, I've got the credibility, I've got the capability, the charisma. It's a very important one, the personality to be able to turn out to me turn my mom for a ton. And then beyond that, obviously the resources to be able to run an effective campaign and operations. And a very, very important. To share from 96 that comments are by in terms of professional reputation, so a lawyer, Lizasaki by so a banker, or a friend saying what's it called from assemblywoman, and a Patrick Subai. He had 2012 for buy, when the constituency was carved out of Okaikoi, we say he was youthful. Obama Honfe. He's got a very good reputation. So a lawyer, you say, Najun Mado, he's this, he's that. These are sentiments that generally the over 50,000 people in the constituency would look to and validate. Now you've got somebody that has got all of that. It's got the reputation, professional reputation, because professional reputation in the industry, media entertainment, and I doubt saying there will be a mebuna more if you take the first 5, Ubinyam in the first 2 and our first 3, which means that my bomb home. Beyond that, we share the personality, how I carry myself in the community, how I give back and organize and do things for my community and the constituency. Most importantly, my understanding, because he have me to constituency anymore. In the constituency, so my understanding, my toaba from the constituency from 2004, my understanding of the geopolitics of Okaikoi Central, my understanding of the special needs of the people, and the ability to think around it and turn it around for good for my people. This puts me in a good state. So, first and foremost, the first political decision-making point, I believe that my party, in May 13, will make a decision that reflects the expectation of the over 50,000 people, because obviously that's the only way we can win. Mind you, since Okaikoi Central Bayano, we've lost it to the MPP on all the 3 different election cycles. And obviously, if the MPP represents Patrick in case he wins his offense, he's not a new candidate or therefore. So already you are coming from a deficit. Yeah. They are having a candidate that has shown strength in 3 different elections. So you need somebody that matches trends. Now, constituency in the Beshe, over 50,000 for the Beshe.
It's a person,
it's Baba Sadiq. Okay. And I already know the good part about it is that to further amplify, there's a 50% work that has been done because Juma Maya in the media, Juma Maya for Mebuno providing jobs, creating opportunities. There's this publicity and visibility and positioning in and around me that makes it a bit easier to be able to sell me as well, apart from the personality, the thinking, the knowledge, the capability and credibility. So when you now this combines plus all the assets, because now from the constituency, if you are looking for a major link to the top, some of the members of the party that have access to the top that are sitting in my constituency will be Uncle Alex Sebifia. And then there are other people, Professor Gavuamo. Okay. But when you are looking at young people that have got access and have close connections to the top and can achieve your party by power, really be able to access it. Every time I catch me in this phone to say, sometimes a lack of opportunities is your lack of a proper network to the top, your point man. But here's the case: you have somebody who is currently already sitting on 2 different committees, who had worked with the presidential candidates, gone on 10 regions, campaigns with him, has close access to everybody that matters in the party, and can ensure that she be about power, running through and getting through and making the necessary contact to bring that much there. And then maybe because per candidate we are faina, you can contribution in the way you want contact. Not yet. But Baba Sadiq has all of that already. So it's a total package, and I think that I'm the best foot forward for the party in Okaikoi Central. Obviously, by May 13, the BGD say delegates would affirm qualities, and then we can go into the battle, the main battle with the MPP.
About your befa 1 or 2 comment, but before then, you share the 2020 elections, of course, so parliamentary elections. Now the MPP or more candidate Patrick Yabuama Epuli 27,935, yeah 59.6%. Then more candidate Abdul Rashid Issa Epuli 18,922.
Yes.
Deficit of 9,030.
9,800.
Okay.
9,800 deficit.
So. Baba Sadiq, then wait me overturning.
Mitchell said, and already even when we're discussing, if you want to check the true voter deficit of the constituency, take a look at it from presidential margins, 2012, 2016, 2020. You would see the real deficit is almost about 3,500.
How? Oh yeah, calculation is it?
So in 2012 when we lost, it was about 2,200. 2016.
Is it parliamentary or presidential?
Presidential. Okay. I'll just detail some few things to you. And then in 2016, hovering around the same figure. In 2020, it was about 3,500. So give and take between 3,500, 400 on the base of the trend. That is a real voter deficit. Now, you would also, if you compare with parliamentary, you would realize there's been skirt and blast, which means that almost about 6,000 to 7,000 people that voted for the MPP candidate voted for your presidential candidate.
Okay.
Which means that these are people are party. These are people that ordinarily would vote for your candidate. But there are a number of factors. NDC, you say to me, one of it is having a candidate that can resonate with the 4 voting blocks of the constituency. There are 4 voting blocks in the constituency. There's a Khan block, there's a voter Ewe block, there's a Northern Muslim Zongo block, there's a Ga block. These are 4 voting blocks.
And you think you appeal to?
Yes, I appeal to 4 blocks in Ina. Because I mean, when you take the Akan block, for instance, I grew up with them, I went to school with them, I speak to them, I understand their needs, and I know where they are in the constituency. Talk about the Gan block as well, we know. Talk about the Muslim Zongo block, which is a block I come from as well, I understand. The Ewe block, my stepmother hear me. I mean, part of her is also Ewe. And so there's that connection and understanding in terms of how we can leverage it. So it would come down to a certain, after when you're candidate, there's a certain innovative campaign that we need to go, and a certain resources that we need to pull in certain areas to give us the upper hand. When you know, but with my team, and know how to attack it. Ebino, yen can on air. Any party for the video.
See your Facebook comment.
Yeah.
Nana Kwesi or say, I love the businessman. I love Sadiq, the businessman with big ideas and affecting lives positively. But Sadiq, the politician, I don't know. Politics has changed good people into something else, and I fear my good Sadiq won't be anything different. How will you respond to that?
So
of course, we agree with him.
I agree with him
to some extent.
So everybody knows me for big ideas.
Yes.
Everybody knows me for the boldness to go into part that will be intimate. I mean, this is a Sadiq that decided, say, I'm going to put a team that encompasses different disciplines, from medical, engineering, legal, sustainability, forestry, security, put them together and do a massive single event at the Shire Forest Reserve when nobody would have dared. This is Sadiq that decided to say, okay, I'm looking to change the face of industry by going into places where often people wouldn't dare to. This is Sadiq that says that me start an idea, a TV show, then I'll grow it within a number of years and turn it into a TV station as a young person. And all of these things I did it when I'm just 37. And so I know a lot of them who say positive excellence now me want. All we have to do is to bring that same positive excellence to politics and improving the lives of the people. So that's the thing. And yes, he will say it's not true. But if anybody that also know me would say Sadiq will not wait for the distance to be handed over to him. We would work it. We would go down. We would turn it around the essay to me here to bring the reliefs to my people, no, right, and improve the almost lives, in Okaikoi Central, no. We'll do it, and we'll do it very well.
Okay, King Kaka on Facebook. Baba Sadiq is a go-getter. All the best from King Kaka inside Takwa. I fully support him. I don't know, but they are loose here, but we still have some other issues.
Baba Sadiq, until at the end of the day, I'm finally say why emerge victorious or NDC primaries. They say when are you more candidate or Okaikoi Central? Only Patrick Yabua Mane Beshia.
So
are you very sure?
So we need primary.
You doubt it's all very new.
Oh, me doubt. I mean, he's always been, of course, any young person from Okaikoi Central would the politics, you before you ascend to anything, you need to begin to respect Ebimo or noble achievement. Of course, I respect his noble achievement. It's a 3-time MP in Okaikoi Central.
No joke.
I won't take it for granted. So, first and foremost, you need to recognize the strength, the weakness, and the challenges of your candidates. If you're looking to succeed, you need to respect Baby Aokon, which is the office. So you give it to him. And so, in terms of only primaries, I think that Sa FNC could work for him. But I understand that there are other people that will contest him. For instance, Matis Beatiti, say former mayor Nokra. So I was also a member of the constituency, will probably contest him. We don't know how true it is. MPP or more factional wars. You see, Bio Island, you see, Bio, you see, Bio. So they are trying to do their things. So I mean, it's fine. And so Mijidi said it will happen. Because it's important that you look for the candidate you can beat and beat well.
Oh, okay.
Of course, we respect him, but I think that if it's him they are representing in the elections, regardless of his strength, regardless of, I've got the resources to be able to match up and run a very effective campaign strategy and operations. I think I've got the experience to politically ensure that certain things must change. For instance, I mean, your coalition center, for instance, always sat outside of the constituency.
Okaikoi Central. Coalition center.
It sits in the constituency that's outside of your constituency.
Why?
Exactly. That's the question that I would have to change. So right after primaries.
What bisa? Reason being the amount.
Bisa. There's no other reason. Your collection center is supposed to be in your constituency. It's supposed, and so that's why I say that these are some of the political experiences and some of the understanding of governance and the way we can bring all that to bear to ensure. So, because I mean, there's a lot of sentiment to thinking. Say, because your collection center is at Ghana Technology University, which sits outside of your constituency.
Yeah.
Why? How? For 3 different elections. So, and on your baby, sir. And we'll move to ensure that the right thing is done in moving the coalition center to the constituency and ensuring that this time around the mandate of the people and their choice is protected. In 2024, the NDC in the Okaikoi Central will win the seat. From 2024 and beyond, will make it one of the safest seats of the NDC in Greater Accra region, and most importantly, would ensure that the constituents in the Okaikoi Central are better off than they've been.
Baba Sadiq, your simple message to all delegates on the voting in the primaries.
Yeah, my simple message is that you have to think about the bigger picture. The over 50,000 people in the Okaikoi Central have a certain expectation. So expectation, say you are more than half through to winning the power. So my call to the delegates of the NDC in the Okaikoi Central is simple. You need to put your best foot forward when you're going into a campaign where you are already starting with a deficit. In that form, if you're going into a campaign with a party or an opponent that has beaten you 3 different times in 3 different election cycles, you need to put your best foot forward. I tell them 2024, there's a major sentiment that wants the NDC to come back to power, but it's not automatic. It's a juma. And a part of it, Jumana is ensuring that we've got the right people, credible, capable, charismatic, and courageous candidate, most importantly. As you say, pure campaign strategies, I the best any resources and the things that we do to empower and give hope to the people, to win elections, is what we do. Which most importantly, that's the delegates should understand. Say the person and the best foot forward that understands the job, that understands what it needs to be done to win the constituency this year. And this Baba Sadiq. So Baba Sadiq, they should vote for the Baba Sadiq effect.
Free creative arts and culture industry. I think we want to find out this from you. Aben Eba Oshebo Bebre for the creatives. OBC region Bia, I think.
In fact, 20 different manifesto promises.
Really?
20 different.
How has the government performed? Creative
20 different manifesto promises. They should call anybody in charge of tourism, art, and culture,
including colleague.
They've not delivered even a single one. Okaikoi is year of return, so they want to use the year of return as a year to cover it. But year of return, you may catch on and say, listen,
enough year of return.
When you look at it, what is the real government impact in it? Look, year of return has been building up for more than 20 years. So December, Ghana as a holiday makers period.
Yes.
December in Ghana has been building up. December in Ghana no different from the almost launching called the year of return. Year of return almost launching idea say they want to leverage Yenyen's association with slave heritage to try to bring blacks in the diaspora. And almost launching from March and particularly around June, July, August, September, October, when before our people in the more mature economies almost call vacation. So they were expecting a boom within that period. When all of that statistics they fail December in Ghana, then they looked at it and say, the people don't know this. Let's leverage December in Ghana and find you who did it. But December in Ghana has been building up for more than 20 years. Who didn't know, say, every December we have the diasporans coming back to Ghana? I've been in the sector from 20 to all the activities and the events, are now for more than 20 years. It's been happening. Rapaholic was happening 7 years before 2019. Activities and it's parties in December. December is the rate of 10. It's had 2 weeks, from 2000. Okubisa, your papa be friend, Dennis Tevia, Akwaba UK. Or Nona from late 90s. Now, free UK now by a party. Now, Tom Ghana Airways time no. No, I'm a promoter. Now, I'm doing for if you land in Namaba, no, I'm a Geomini, no more. So there were a lot of parties. Obi, I know when Krumase will tell you. Yeah, and in the industry. 2001, 2002. Ghana Rocks. Chassis 2007 with Oforian Ponsa before it became a thing. So a number of the key activities, parties, Akwaba parties in Chassis more than 20 years ago. These are the real MVPs of December in Ghana. So really December in Ghana no here it's been building up. Meanwhile, if you really want to cement and look at it very well, take December in Ghana, which has been building up and it's been happening anyway, and without even government support or impact has been happening, it would happen. The numbers will increase. So January to February, January to November, which they wanted to do to bring a lot of people. What is happening? There's a whole number of things, and this is aside
in the entertainment.
Yes, this is aside.
Yes,
this is aside the 20 different manifesto promises. For instance, I tell them, let me give you a perfect idea of an innovative solution. I tell you that when we talk about the men, the people that understand and can turn around situations, NDC, I tell them, say, you promised, for instance, say, obey 10 large sitting theaters,
yes,
and venues in across their friends. Oba I say also about feasibility says the sales we need scanning at the other. And I sat back and I looked at it and I said, see, you need to come to NDC for a blueprint. This is a typical blueprint. So what the development authorities? And the development authorities now what it they are running an economic development model. They are creating certain venues. So I said to them, say, in Accra, for instance,